Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Super Bowl. And we have Michael Vick going head to head with Joe Flacco in this matchup. Both quarterbacks having explosive seasons. Michael Vick benefiting from that explosive offense that he plays with, throwing for 46 touchdowns, while Joe Flacco throwing for 30 touchdowns. And here come the Atlanta Falcons onto the field. The Atlanta Falcons sporting their red pants with their red socks, white jerseys. And here come the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens wearing their royal purple and the royal gold, wearing their royal uniforms, I like to call them. Purple and gold shirt jerseys with purple and gold pants. And John Harbaugh certainly has the experience in his favor today. But Dan Quinn he's no slouch. He's a defensive-minded coach. He's inherited an explosive offense. One of the top defenses in the league, coupled with one of the best offenses as well. Of course, the Baltimore Ravens. Their defense is epic. One of the best defenses to ever play. Probably the best middle linebacker to ever play, number 52, as you see him there in the middle of the field, Ray Lewis. And as we watch the coin flip, we wait to see. As judging by the reaction, it looks like Michael Vick and the Atlanta Falcons have won the toss and they will be receiving. Deion Sanders shaking hands with Anquan Boldin. That's going to be the matchup to watch. And they're gonna step out. Oh, my mistake. Okay, I'm wrong. I'm mistaken. The Atlanta Falcons are gonna kick the ball to the Baltimore Ravens. Back deep is gonna be Jarvis Landry. The Baltimore Ravens actually picked him up in free agency. That was not an intended roster move, but they picked him up, and he has helped them get to the Super Bowl. And as we get ready for kickoff, Super Bowl 52 is underway. The Atlanta Falcons versus the Baltimore Ravens. Here goes Landry at the 20, shaking, and Landry is going to be brought down at the 24. Joe Flacco, man, he doesn't have to do much. He just needs to manage the game. When he has a strong arm, he likes to throw the ball down the field. And while the Ravens, they don't have the speed down the field like they once had, they do have guys that can make plays. Here goes Joe Flacco sending Anquan Boldin in motion. Joe Flacco play action. And he's going to get rid of it. He's going to dump it down to his running back. Oh, but his running back, Doug Martin, not able to get the feet down in bounds. Doug Martin, in a lot of ways, playing the role as we look at the whole offense. They have a solid offensive line, and Doug Martin almost filling in, playing the role for Ray Rice. Very similar back. Yeah, he certainly does look like Ray Rice with that number 27 jersey on. And these Baltimore Ravens, they look to get off to a fast start. That's what they want. Oh, big hit. Doug Martin getting met in the hole. I believe that was Duke Riley. And let's take a look at this fast, fierce defense. This is a fast defense. Vic Beasley, Deion Jones, Duke Riley, those guys, man, speed demons at the linebacker position. And, of course, Deion Sanders, the fastest player in the NFL at cornerback. Desmond Trufant, Keanu Neal, and Brian Poole. They moved Brian Poole to free safety. He started out at cornerback, but he was actually the better option. He's a better fit. Oh, Joe Flacco throwing an incomplete pass, overthrowing his man, and Desmond Trufant is right there to collect the ball. First down. That is not the way you want to start. This Ravens defense is going to start off in a bad position. This is not the first time Flacco has thrown an interception. He threw 10 throughout the season. He's not always accurate, and that time it cost him. Desmond Trufant twisting to grab that ball. And this Ravens defense, man, they're going to be put to a big test here early on. And here comes Michael Vick, sooner than expected. Let's see what they do. And the Falcons are going to line up in the pistol formation. And they're going to give it to Barry Sanders. And Barry Sanders is going to bounce out. Oh, and he's met fast. He's met quick by Pierce. That was Pierce. Michael Pierce, I believe his name is. Michael Pierce, the defensive end for the Baltimore Ravens, man. And this Baltimore Ravens defense, again, one of the best defenses to ever play. This defense is the definition of stout. Barry Sanders is going to look for room to run all day today, and they are going to make it difficult for him as Michael Pierce beats his man and tackles Barry Sanders for a 4-yard loss. All right, here goes the screenplay, and they get it to Reggie Bush. Reggie Bush juking. Reggie Bush, smooth move by Reggie Bush. 14-yard gain, and he gets a first down. Reggie Bush so effective on those screenplays. He's able to get up to the Baltimore Ravens 19 inside the red zone. Reggie Bush, smooth move. And I believe that was Ray Lewis that came flying in that was able to bring him down. But even he almost missed him. That was such a, he could just cut on a dime. He's extremely effective catching the ball and running with it. There they go. And they're going to throw the ball. A slant pattern. And Ed Reed is going to stop him at the goal line. Rashad Perryman coming over and playing for the enemy Falcons. He was a lifelong Raven. But they ended up letting him go. They replaced him. Anquan Bolden coming into the mix. And of course, eventually them picking up Landry in free agency. And they have Torrey Smith. It seemed best for them to get rid of him, but he's still a solid player. He still has that elite speed, and he's a big guy. Ed Reed that time able to take him down. Here goes the Falcons, and here goes the juke. Barry Sanders. They get back there so fast. Barry Sanders, as soon as he gets the ball, he's trying to dodge defenders. And that's Michael Pierce again, tackling Barry Sanders in the backfield. That time for a 2-yard loss. And they're going to give it to Barry again up the gut, and they are going to stuff Barry. Barry Sanders, -6 yards right now after carrying the ball just 3 times against this Ravens defense. And they're going to line up in the empty formation, see what they can do. Michael Vick releasing the ball. Michael Vick throwing the ball to the back of the end zone. Complete to Delaney Walker. Touchdown. Phenomenal play. Michael Vick finding this guy in the back of the end zone. Clutch. They spread. That may be the best thing they have going for them against this Ravens defense. And of course, this is going to be reviewed. All scoring plays are reviewed. Man, it looks like he got his toes down. Yeah, that looks like a catch. That empty formation may be the best chance that the Falcons have against this stout Ravens defense. Yeah, it's good. And here goes the extra point, and the extra point is good. The Falcons capitalizing on the interception thrown by Joe Flacco. Now Joe Flacco taking the ball again. Here is Danny Woodhead. And Danny Woodhead is going to get it up to the 25. Nice solid return. Now, Joe, there's certainly pressure on this Ravens offense. You know, they hate to put that the Ravens defense in an inconvenience that way. The defense is so dominant. You know, they definitely feel the pressure now to at least be able to put a drive together, get out of their own territory. Here goes Joe Flacco, dropping, releasing the ball, and Joe Flacco inaccurate on his first 3 passes so far today. It's going to be tough. Joe Flacco is not the most accurate passer. It's going to be tough for somebody of his caliber to succeed against a secondary. Because even though the Ravens have a phenomenal defense, oh my gosh, the fumble, and the Falcons are going to get the ball again. Disastrous start for the Ravens as they turn the ball over in their first 2 possessions in their own territory, inside their own 30 on both times. Back-to-back turnovers, disastrous. Keanu Neal coming up and stripping that ball. Let's see though. Are they going to challenge? That looks kind of close. Are they going to challenge the play? Michael Vick hurrying out to the field. They want to run the play quick before they get to challenge it. And it looks like they're not going to challenge. That was indeed a fumble. Here goes Michael Vick, starting out again how they did last drive, out of the pistol formation. And they're going to fake it to the up back, and they're going to get rid of it. Michael Vick getting rid of the ball that time. Incomplete pass. Man. Very, very unfortunate start for the Ravens. Joe Flacco not holding his own in this game. Here goes Michael Vick. He's going to fake it to Reggie Bush. Michael Vick with space. Michael Vick spinning. And Haloti Ngata coming up off the block, pursuing Michael Vick all the way up the field. But Michael Vick gets the first down, and he's inside the 18. Wow, Michael Vick making Ed Reed miss there. And that play is good for a first down. Falcons lining up in the shotgun, tight formation. Reggie Bush is in the game. And they're going to get the ball to Gabriel, and Gabriel's going to get tackled. Six-yard gain. They're up to the 12-yard line. The Falcons are doing everything right. Everything you want to do against this Ravens team. Michael Vick with no one open. Michael Vick stumbling forward, and he just got what he could there. He tripped on his own man, but there was nowhere for him to run. He just stumbled forward, picked up a few yards. Now it's third down. Out of the heavy I formation, here go the Falcons, and they fake it to Barry Sanders. Michael Vick releasing. Michael Vick complete, back of the end zone. That's Delanie Walker for a second touchdown. The Atlanta Falcons, oh man, could not ask for a better start. Couldn't dream up a better start than this. The Atlanta Falcons are capitalizing on the Ravens' early mistakes, and the defense being put in a helpless position, not even getting a chance to assert themselves and to make their presence felt, being placed in vulnerable positions on both possessions, giving up 2 touchdowns. Who would have thought that this would have occurred? 5-play, 29-yard drive. They didn't need much, and they did much. They got the touchdown as the Falcons kick off. And here we have Landry's going to field it this time. And Landry will get tackled at the 27. Joe Flacco needs to settle down. He seemed to have calmed down a bit. He got the ball to his tight end on the last possession, and then they fumbled. So Joe Flacco wants to keep his calm demeanor though. And everybody just needs to relax on the Ravens side of the ball. They still boast the best defense in the league. If they could just, Doug Martin up the middle. Doug Martin shedding tackles. Great run by Doug Martin up the middle. Wow. That's what they want to do, guys. They want to run the ball. They want to control this game. The game has been out of control up to this point, but if they could just be patient and play the field position game and force the Falcons to drive the length of the field, that's an ideal circumstance for these guys. They really need to put a drive together here, and they really need some points. Wholly and truly, that's what they really need. They really need some points here. Joe Flacco dropping back. Joe Flacco under pressure, and he's sacked. That time they brought the blitz. And Vic Beasley getting home. This Atlanta Falcons defense is playing aggressive. They are using their speed advantage to their advantage, and they are sending pressure, and Vic Beasley just got right in there. No one blocked him, straight to Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco couldn't do anything about that. Second and 17. And they run the ball. Small gain there. Guess they just wanted to get out of trouble a little bit. They weren't able to do much. 3rd and 15. Joe Flacco with time. Joe Flacco gets sacked. No one open downfield, and Joe Flacco is going to be sacked. Man, that hurts. That absolutely hurts. Joe Flacco standing back there, surveying the field, looking, and he is going to get sacked. Oh man, that's unfortunate for the Ravens. Out comes the punter. Well, at least they get to punt the ball this time. And we get to finally see the Ravens defense in full form, not with their back against the walls. And Deion Sanders has room here. And Deion Sanders spinning. Deion Sanders is going to be tackled at the 24. Out comes Barry Sanders. And, Barry Sanders, he hasn't had an easy go, but that's what we all expected. But the thing is, the more they take away Barry Sanders, the more that read option play is going to open up for Michael Vick. And they're just going to have to pick their poison. Michael Vick out of the shotgun. And here they go, and they do just that. They're able to contain Vick that time, make him cut it in spite of forcing the keep. And that's what the Ravens, that's the type of stuff the Ravens are capable of doing. That time, they're able to stop Vick. They probably feel much better starting the drive out from this position as opposed to the previous drives. And they're going to give it to Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders looking for space, and there's not much there. Barry Sanders gains a yard. 3rd and 7. And the Falcons will line up in the empty formation. Reggie Bush, he's going to stay in to block. And Michael Vick is going to scramble. And Michael Vick has the first down, and he's going to go out of bounds at the 42-yard line. Michael Vick putting together a drive here. Out of the shotgun. It looks they love to run out of this formation, and they will run, and they're going to give it to Barry, and Barry is going to get stuffed by that stout defensive line. Wow, Barry Sanders. Talking to Barry Sanders, he knew that he was in for a tough game, but he said he was just going to keep his head down and keep working and keep answering the call, and that's all he can do. And Barry, again, they give it to Barry again, and Barry fighting, staying on his feet, keeping his legs churning, gains 3 yards, 3 hard-fought yards up the middle, setting up a 3rd and manageable 4 yards. That was a good play, good effort by Barry Sanders. And here they go, empty bunch. And Michael Vick finds the easy completion. Julio Jones, that's his main man, 12 yards. Michael Vick does it. Ladarius Webb on coverage. Not able to stop Julio Jones on that play. Ladarius Webb playing tight coverage. He's their #1 cover guy. He does a very good job. He's a very good cover guy, but Julio Jones, I mean, Julio Jones is one of the best. He's one of the best to do it. It's going to be tough all day. And Julio Jones breaking free at the top of your screen, but they're going to dump it down to their fullback running the angle route. And Marcel Reese is trouble every single time, guys. Marcel Reese is going to get you every single time out of the backfield. He's really like a tight end. He's a tight end that happens to be 6'1". And he's agile enough to play the fullback position. And he's such a good catcher of the football. He's such a threat. He's so fast. Marcel Reese is a superior athlete at the fullback position. From the 25, here's Vick faking to Barry Sanders, and Vick getting tackled in the backfield. That's two plays on this drive where they ran the read option, and well, at least the read option where Vick decided to keep it, and they've stopped Vick. They have kept Vick in containment on this drive. This defensive line, if anything, this defensive line can stop the run. They will hold up at the point of attack. Michael Vick. Okay, and there's a false start. Something we didn't see last week from this Falcons team. This week, it looks like they're getting a little nervous, though, that those linemen, a little over anxious. It's the Super Bowl. They were flawless last week. Their opponent actually fell victim to the penalty bug. But the Falcons played flawless last week in the NFC Championship game to get their first penalty here. Michael Vick releasing, and Michael Vick getting the ball to Breshad Perriman again. Breshad Perriman making his presence felt. Wow, Ed Reed really trying to knock that ball out. Breshad Perriman holding on. And Breshad Perriman gets his team down into enemy territory. As we close out the first quarter, are they going to run a play? Oh, they will run a play. Michael Vick rolling out to his left, and he's going to keep it. Michael Vick gets tackled for a gain a couple of yards. And here we go, guys. That's the end of the first quarter. What a good start for the Atlanta Falcons. Man, they couldn't have asked for a better start. Michael Vick has thrown strikes to his guys. He's run the ball very effectively. Michael Vick right now looking very good. And this is brought to you by Gatorade, guys. Sports fuel. And John Harbaugh over the break, he's trying to get his guys settled down. He wants to get these guys keyed in. This game is flying over their heads. And Michael Vick has to throw that ball away. Michael Vick, 8 of 10 right now. And they have so many mismatches. Michael Vick has just been going to the mismatches. He went to Marcel Reese out of the backfield for a big play. Breshad Perriman, he certainly is a favorable mismatch for the Falcons as he lines up across Jimmy Smith. Jimmy Smith is a physical corner, but he does not have the speed to keep up with Breshad Perriman. Oh my Lord, and Ed Reed with the interception in the end zone. And you just knew that something was going to happen. You just knew it. You just felt it. I didn't want to say it, but I promise you, I was wondering what Ed Reed was going to do. Ed Reed, the ball hawk, always comes up with the ball. He's just so effective. The playmaker free safety, Ed Reed, comes up with the ball at a key moment, and this may be the momentum shift that the Ravens need. Now they're going to take this ball in their own territory at the 2, so this is very dangerous. But they do have a stout offensive line and a very strong running back in Doug Martin. He's very effective running in between the tackles. They're probably going to go that way here. Doug Martin taking the ball. Doug Martin taking what he can to the 5. John Harbaugh, very excited about that turnover. And he looks hungry. He wants to get his team excited about the position they're in right now. And there he goes again, Doug Martin, but this time he's stopped in the backfield, and they get back to the original line of scrimmage, the 3-yard line. 3rd and long, guys. 3rd and 10. That's what they're facing. You know, and Adrian Claiborne, man, he just came right off the edge. Nobody blocked him. Straight to the ball carrier. Joe Flacco probably should have audibled on that play, but he didn't. And the Ravens pay. Joe Flacco audibling now. Maybe he sees something. And they're going to run the ball again. And Doug Martin is going to get stopped. He gets it up to the 7. But they are 6 yards short of the first down. And they are absolutely, without a doubt, going to pump the ball here. Adrian Claiborne again coming up with the stop. Coming off of his block and wrapping Doug Martin up. Here goes the punt, and they get it off. And Deion Sanders with room. Deion Sanders juking, and Deion Sanders again taken down by the short tackle. Deion Sanders not able to get free. And there goes Michael Vick. He threw an interception last drive. He's looking to retaliate. And he wants more points. And the Ravens, they need another stop. Michael Vick is going to keep it. Michael Vick finding room. Michael Vick finding the running lane right there between the tight end and the tackle. And that's good for a first down. Ed Reed coming up and making the stop. Great play. There go the Falcons. They love to run out of this formation, and they are going to run. They're going to give it to Barry Sanders, and Barry Sanders is going to be tackled at the 42-yard line. At least Barry Sanders is out of the negative now. That was a 4-yard gain. He's out of the negative now for his total yards. That's good. Second and 6. And they're going to give it to Barry Sanders again. And Barry Sanders is going to pick up a first down. Ray Lewis is there to stop him. Well-designed play. Barry Sanders getting off of his block. Marcel Reese. You know, Marcel Reese is a phenomenal player, but he certainly didn't slow Barry Sanders down on that play. What perfect design, though. I mean, any other player, that might have been a bigger run. But Ray Lewis getting off the block with ease and making that tackle. And here comes Barry Sanders cutting. Barry Sanders, they're giving Barry Sanders the ball, and this team has a rhythm now running the ball, and Barry Sanders is looking good. That was a nice juke right there on the inside of that defense, gaining 6 yards. Michael Vick in the Trey open formation. Where they're going to pass here, and they're going to get it down to Rashad Perriman. And the Ravens say that is enough. Jimmy Smith saying, no, my friend, you have done enough. You need to have a seat. And he tackles him for the loss. Great play by Jimmy Smith. That's where Jimmy Smith thrives, coming up and making the hit. He's a very, very strong, he's very physical, very strong, well-tackling defensive back. As Michael Vick takes it. And here goes Michael Vick looking, running, and Michael Vick, he almost escaped, but they're able to get him. Wow. A bold play call by the Ravens. They send the blitz, and the Falcons end up in a 4th and 17. The Ravens flexing their muscles on defense the past 2 drives. And this is what we expected to see out of the Ravens defense. Michael Vick trying to escape there. He almost did, but he just ran right into Tyus Bowser. And honestly, even if he got past Bowser, there was the strong safety, Tony Jefferson, running up to make the play. That Ravens defense had their number on that play. And they're going to get the ball to the 11. The Ravens really need to turn the tide. They're losing the field position battle. Even though they haven't been surrendering any points on the past 2 drives, they are still losing the field position battle. And the Ravens need to not only change the field position, they need to score. They need to get down and they need to score. Let's see what they do here. Oh my Lord. Right off the edge again. Right off of that edge. Vic Beasley, nobody blocked him. Just like last drive, coming off of that left edge. And the Ravens fake handoff. And Joe Flacco is going to be taken down in the end zone for the safety. Deion Jones with the safety. What a huge play. Joe Flacco held onto the ball. He didn't see Deion Jones coming. He completed the fake and he looked up the field, and Deion Jones came flying up and he sacks him in his own end zone. Safety. Atlanta Falcons are awarded 2 points after that play. What a play by Deion Jones. And now they're going to get a free kick return. And they get the ball back. This field position battle alone, like I was saying, it has been detrimental. Oh, what a hit. Nasty hit. Nasty hit by Humphrey. He flies up and he nails Taylor Gabriel. And here comes Michael Vick. Things have worked well for Michael Vick. Aside for that 1 interception that he's thrown, Michael Vick has been solid. He's been solid for the most part. He just has that 1 interception, but he only has, he only has 3 interceptions, 3 incomplete passes. Michael Vick very sharp early on in this game. And Michael Vick throwing across the middle of the field, and he gets Taylor Gabriel, and he continues to assault this Ravens secondary. This Ravens secondary, they're good, but they're not the best, and they can be exploited. Here goes Barry Sanders, and he gets tackled. Tyus Bowser. As long as they want to keep the run game contained, as long as they feel, this is what the Ravens feel like. They feel like as long as they keep that running game contained, they stay in the game. And this is why they have one of the best defenses ever, because they are so stout versus the run. Oh, over the middle, there goes Reese again. Reese finding his niche. Finding the holes in this defense. For his second reception of the game, Reese has been savvy early on. C.J. Mosley really laid a nice hit on Reese. Reese held on to the ball, and the Falcons have a first down after 32. Here goes Michael Vick. This looks like another run play. Oh, and it is. And Barry Sanders, again, is stopped in the backfield. Tyus Bowser right there, and Ray Lewis, of course, was ready. It is just, it's so scary to watch sometimes when you watch a team attempt to run the ball against this Ravens defense. I mean, these guys just come flying up so aggressively. It just looks like disaster in the making every time. All right, 2nd and 13. The Falcons might just want to keep the ball in the air. That has worked for them so far, and they will do such. And they're going to get it out quickly to Gabriel, and Gabriel is going to absorb the hit from Humphrey. 3rd and 8, rather, from the 30-yard line. Humphrey coming up, making the physical hit, the physical stop right there. And here go the Atlanta Falcons. Michael Vick out of the empty formation. This is where he's at his best. And Michael Vick surveying the field. He has room, and he's going to take it. Michael Vick trying to get the first down, and they stop him. That time. That time, C.J. Mosley on the pursuit, able to stop Michael Vick. He had some room, but it closed up fast. And the Ravens are able to hold. And that is good. The Ravens have really shot themselves in the foot early on. All the Falcons have done is they've just simply capitalized on the Ravens' mistakes. I wouldn't say they're dominating the Ravens. The Ravens are just they're losing this game on their own. And the Falcons are again the benefactors of a struggling team, as they were able to beat the Eagles. And the Falcons again facing the second team in a row with a higher overall rating than them. But the teams are struggling with mistakes, throwing interceptions, penalties, and just overall just sabotaging themselves. There goes Joe Flacco. The Ravens negative 20 offense. It's atrocious. And there goes Doug Martin. Not doing much. Gains a yard. They're going to run it with Martin again. Martin bouncing out. Martin cutting up field. Martin has space. Martin, finally some life out of this Ravens offense. Doug Martin getting the ball up to the 48. And Doug Martin, he's been good. Not much you can say about him. He has certainly contributed. That time they run the stretch play. Doug Martin gets to the outside. And he cuts up field and he gets a nice chunk of yards. Joe Flacco out of the ace formation. False start. Man.
False start. Offense.
Man, oh man. Here goes Joe Flacco again. 1st and 15, and Joe Flacco releases the ball, and he gets it out to his receiver. That's LaRon Landry. I'm sorry, Jarvis Landry. My mistake. Jarvis Landry. And that is a completion in the 2nd and 9. Joe Flacco audibling. And they opt to run the ball. Okay, Joe Flacco saw something there, and they get it up to a 3rd and manageable. Nice play, 3rd and 2. 2-minute warning. The Ravens finally putting together a drive. If the offense could just help this defense out a little bit. The offense spotted the Falcons 2 touchdowns early on. Since then, the Ravens have been able to hold the Falcons. The Ravens offense has got to do something. Oh, and they try to get it out to Doug Martin on a third and short. Maybe they're going to try to go for it here. And they're not. They're not going to go for it. Or at least they switch the field position. Baby steps. Baby steps. Aside from that interception, Michael Vick has been very sharp. He looks to continue. He's going to keep the ball, and he's going to get it out to the flat. That's Delanie Walker. Delanie Walker tackled for a gain of 3. The Falcons will line up again in the shotgun formation. Michael Vick back to pass. Ravens sending the blitz. Michael Vick escaping. Michael Vick has room. Michael Vick juking. Michael Vick slipping through the Ravens defense to the 35-yard line. And this is where Michael Vick is effective, guys. I say this all the time. Michael Vick is very dangerous in these situations. He's going to run the ball if there's nothing there. And there goes Michael Vick again, taking off up the sideline. Michael Vick just chewing up yards. Michael Vick already 80 yards rushing up to this point. Michael Vick with 80 yards rushing. Phenomenal. And the Falcons are going to take it at the 43. Michael Vick escaping again. And they're going to call a timeout. Julio Jones is going to take it out at the 29. And the Falcons, they're just looking good, man. The Falcons, they're taking what the Ravens give them. They're not trying to do too much. And they are moving the chains. Michael Vick faking the ball to Barry Sanders, and Michael Vick he's going to take off. He didn't even wait that time. Michael Vick slipping out of tackles, reversing field, and Michael Vick fumbles. Did he get back on top of that ball? He did. He got back on top of the ball. It's 2nd and 13. Man, that could have been disastrous. Michael Vick slipping out of Ed Reed's tackle, and he tries to reverse field. And then the Ravens pursuit, they swarm. And they knocked that ball loose. What a play by Michael Vick. Michael Vick dropping back to pass. Michael Vick tries to take off again. There's just nothing there. Michael Vick is he's deciding to run almost every play. And there's nothing there, the Ravens are they're giving them nothing to throw to. And they're going to hold these guys to a field goal attempt. Atlanta now with a 22-0 lead. Wow. The Ravens defense, they've played well. Aside from, the Ravens offense, they really got to be kicking themselves. They spotted them 2 touchdowns early on. You take those 2 touchdowns away. Let me see if I can. They only have. They're going to only have 8 points. It's an 8-0 game if you take away those 2 touchdowns. But instead, we're looking at 22-0. and certainly going into halftime, they're going to try to draw something up to get something going on offense. What the heck was that? Was that an audible or what? I don't know what the heck that was. Delanie Walker just has been phenomenal. He has really capitalized on the opportunities that's been given to him. And the Baltimore Ravens, man, certainly not in the game that they expected to be in. Negative 14 yards passing. Joe Flacco has been horrible. I hate to use that type of language, but Joe Flacco has just been not good at all. He has been the Achilles heel of his team. He threw that touchdown early on, and that set up the first touchdown as Michael Vick found Delanie Walker in the back of the end zone. And the Falcons got off to a quick 7-0 start, and then the Ravens turned the ball over right again after that on a fumble, and Delanie Walker making a superb play in the back of the end zone again. And then here they go again. They actually drove up this time. They drove the ball up, but Ed Reed's able to stop the drive. And then in addition to that, there hasn't really been much. The Ravens have been solid. I mean, the Falcons have moved the ball, but the Ravens have been able to stop them. So let's see what the Ravens can do now. Let's see if the Ravens can create a turnover. They certainly want to create a turnover here. It's almost like the defense must feel like they got to take matters into their own hands, as the offense has not helped them at all. They're going to fake it to Barry Sanders. Then they're going to give it to Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders, no room to move. Humphrey comes up, man, and he really laid the wood on Barry Sanders. Humphrey already has 5 tackles. He's very stout against the run. And that's the characteristic that most of these Ravens cornerbacks have. Most of them are run support cornerbacks. As they throw the screen to Reggie Bush, and Reggie Bush is going to get stopped after gaining a few yards. 3rd and 5. This Ravens defense really wants to pitch a 3-and-out here as they line up for this 3rd and 5 play. Let's see what the Ravens do. Oh my God, would you believe it? Michael Vick fumbles the ball, and the Ravens are going to take over. Perhaps the change that they needed. Michael Vick trying to move, trying to create something out of nothing, and Michael Vick trying to elude the defender on that play, and he is not able to. And that was Terrell Suggs. Terrell Suggs makes the big hit on Michael Vick, and Michael Vick turns the ball over to the Baltimore Ravens, and they have the ball inside Falcons territory after 43. Let's see what Joe Flacco can do. Joe Flacco dropping back, and Joe Flacco's going to dump it down to Doug Martin. Joe Flacco, he's going to hand the ball off to Doug Martin. Doug Martin's going to fight forward. 3rd and 5. Come on, Ravens. They really need it here. They really need it now. They really need it. Now more than ever, they need it. And Jarvis is open, crossing the formation, and Joe Flacco throws the ball away. What is he doing? Joe Flacco is just not having a good go at it here today, guys. Joe Flacco is struggling. They had it. That was a good play design. They had Landry on the drag, crossing the formation. Man, the Falcons were playing cover one defense. They sent the blitz. Let's take another look at this. What is Joe Flacco looking at, people? As you see, Landry frees up. And he hit, not only did he have Landry, he also had Anquan Bolden over here on the curl route. If you really wanted to try it, I mean, he has the arm strength to make that throw, even though Deion Sanders was there. But this right here was just a gimme. This was a first down guaranteed if he just puts it in the breadbasket. That time, Landry had a linebacker covering him, and Joe Flacco missing the read, throws the ball away, and Joe Flacco continues to struggle tremendously, hurting his team ever so horribly. And I'm actually going to end this game, guys, because clearly Joe Flacco needs some help, and I need to do something about it so this game can be more competitive and more interesting.